Hey everyone, welcome back to Nia Natters, the Coaching Corner. My name's Nia and I'm a personal development coach. Within the Coaching Corner, we look at different posts that we find online and I reply to them in a way that I would if I was coaching them, so that hopefully I can give them some inspiration on how to change or further improve their lives and aid in their personal development. Also, I do this to benefit everyone who's watching on how they can also benefit their lives as well. So today we've got a Reddit message and I will read it out and then I will respond to it. Like I said in my previous podcast, that if you do have any questions yourself that you would like me to answer or respond to, then you can do that through my Patreon if it's longer, or you can leave a comment in the comments below under this video and I will do my best to respond either in a video or by text. Anyways, let's get into this. So, I, 22 female, know what my passion or purpose is, but the problem is my passion isn't going to put food on the table. I've always known what my passion in life was. I love writing, I love music, I love theatre. I directed community college shows. I'm on my way to getting my first book published and I'm making an animated musical. But the thing is, as much as I love the arts, it doesn't pay much and I need stability and income if I want me and my family to live a comfortable life. Especially with everything getting more expensive where I live. People have always told me to go to college and study what you love, but studying what I love will just end with me struggling and poor because the subjects and degrees I'd love to study aren't in demand in the job market. I don't know what to do for college because nothing else interests me, so I don't know if I should hold off going back to college until I know for sure. I already have all my gen ed requirements done, so that's at least a plus, but I'm afraid if I went to college now I'd still be wasting time and money. Do you have any tips on how to choose a good major? Should I just suck it up and pick something at this point, like healthcare? I don't know if that'll make me good money, but I'm not a people person and I don't like helping people in that way, so I originally didn't think I'd be a good fit for the job. Are there any tips? So I'm just going to refer back because that was a really long message. First of all, I think that you should prioritise doing your passions on the side of just having a job. Like I touched on previously in episode 1 of the Coaching Corner, that I think that going to university now is just not completely pointless. Obviously you get skills out of it, you get interaction skills, social skills, and you do get skills from whatever the degree is that you're taking. However, because there's so many people now going to university for anything, they come straight out of school just for the purpose of going into university. I was one of them. I've got 2 degrees and I ended up using neither of them. I am currently in a banking job which doesn't differentiate me from people who just went straight from school into the banking industry. They still had entry-level jobs. They just worked their way up from the entry-level job and are basically doing the same thing, if not more than I am. So I think really the cut-off point of where university used to be useful to differentiate everyone who didn't go to university to those who go to university. Now, because everyone's jumped on the bandwagon and is going to university, it's really not a distinguishing feature anymore for people who are looking to hire, because everyone has it now. So it's not something rare. Now jobs are looking for experience, despite people being fresh from university and having no experience. That is a requirement now on a lot of jobs. They're just making the stakes higher and higher and higher, and you just have to prepare yourself more when you're younger to be able to get into a job if you do go down the university route. It's not just, oh, I've got a degree now, give me a job. It doesn't work like that anymore. And It's terrible, but that's just the way that this world's going, and we just need to learn to adapt. So what I would say, if possible, is find a job where you can just go in entry level, work your way up. You'll be more or less in the same position as you would be if you went to university and then found an entry level job after that, because number one, you would have started earlier in the entry level job, so you would have been in a higher position than you would have been if you'd started in that entry level job after university, and you wouldn't be in debt. Number two, if you're just going to university or college just to get a degree in something that is not particularly enjoyable to you, you don't know whether you're going to pass that degree, because if you don't enjoy it, it's a lot harder to study for, learn for, pursue. You know, you need that motivation, the underlying motivation around the topic that you want to study in order for it to be exciting enough that you want to continue it. Because a couple of years is a long time to push yourself through just to get a degree that you don't particularly want to do. And I think also by just working, well, I suppose you could do this in university as well, but it would be a lot harder. When you work, there's a set routine that you have every day. So if you're doing a generic 9-to-5 office job, let's just say, because that's what most or a lot of entry-level things are, then you'll be working, let's just say, 9-to-5. You know that you have those hours before you go to work at 9, and you have those hours before you go to bed after 5 or 5:30 to do things that you enjoy. So a lot of people find the simpler way of having a job to be able to pursue their passions until their passions are earning them enough to quit their job. Obviously, what a lot of people misunderstand is that getting a job means that that's where all of your income comes from. So I would highly suggest that you find a job that gives you the basic living salary that you need to just get by. If you have to stay with your parents, I say this all the time, utilize your parents providing you shelter and food to stand on your own 2 feet. This is by obviously saving while you're at your parents', so that you can hopefully get a promotion within the time that you're at your parents', so that you can afford housing elsewhere if that is required. If not, teach yourself skills alongside your hobbies. So teach yourself your hobbies, but also teach yourself skills such as marketing and investment, because if you think that all of the well-off and rich people are just using their salaries to keep them in a good place, then you are very mistaken. You need to learn how to invest for the long term. Even if it's not something that pays off straight away, you need to learn how to invest. You need to get into stocks and shares. You need to get into, portfolios. You can get into cryptocurrency, bit more risky. And then there are other options such as bonds and stuff out there as well. Property, once you're able to get that far, and that should set you up to do well while your other income, such as writing scripts for musical theatre, and obviously while your book's getting published, market the hell out of that book and market the hell out of your theatre scripts. However, I would say focus more on the book. If you're going to write another book, keep the books flowing, because it's a lot easier to market that. And then maybe at some point you'll be able to earn enough money to open up your own theatre company. That could be something that doesn't necessarily aid you in earning a lot of money, but it could be an enjoyable thing once you've got your investments sorted, once you've got your marketing sorted, things like that. And that really is how you can utilize personal development, goal setting. Please set goals around this, such as I will finish my next book in X amount of months. I will get it published in this amount of time. But if you want to go to college or university, obviously I'm just suggesting tips that you might not have considered, and you can always go, but is very unlikely that you're gonna, especially healthcare, okay, they pay well, but how much time of your day are you putting into something that isn't your passion? And I know that sounds really horrible, but I don't mean it like that. I mean, how much of this job that you didn't want to do in the first place and you're just doing it because it pays well, are you doing and giving, and in turn giving up time that you could be using on your passions to develop yourself in the way that you want to? And I will always pose this question because I think it's such an important one. It's not, to me, I think a lot of people are now going down this route where they're pushing themselves to do degrees and things like that to stay, what's the word? Not trendy, but relevant. And I think that people would be a lot happier if they didn't send themselves down a path that they didn't want to go down in the first place and are just doing it because everyone else is doing it, or society deems their wants and the choices they would make as wrong. And I also think that we've passed a point where university is relevant, unless obviously you're training to be a doctor or a dentist or things like that. And there are different, I always say this, there's always a different path for you to go down if that's what you wish to do. There's never ever going to be only one method to get to somewhere. There's many methods, and you just have to find the one that fits right for you and the one that you take the most interest in. And if that suddenly changes, then keep going down the path. You've got that far, you've found new skills, you've developed since your starting point. As long as you take action, that's the most important part of personal development and life itself and going towards a goal. Because if you stay stationary, you're not learning, you're not skillful in anything, you aren't earning any money, you're not benefiting your life in any aspect until you take action. Even if it's the wrong way, you learn as you do. So, but I would say that the safest way for you to achieve time doing your hobbies and passions and still making your family comfortable, hopefully, would be this way, because it's minimizing debt. It's putting you in a better position than you would be if you came out of university. It's giving you a head start in a job where you can hopefully prioritize your priorities, prioritize your passions, so that you can have the best of both worlds. So that's all I have to say about that. Thank you for watching this video if you did enjoy. These are going to be a lot shorter than my other podcasts because these are kind of just snippets of me doing, reacting to messages that I find on Reddit or, in any relevant place. Like I said before, if you do have any questions that you want to send me and do a video specifically for you, you can find that over in my Patreon, which is up this way. And if you visit there, then you can find a generic subscription which just helps support my channel and helps me continue doing what I do. And then there's also a commission. I don't think commission's the right word. It's a subscription or membership where you pay a certain sum to get a digital, it is commission from me that is personalised to you and your area of personal development that you would like to ask me about. Other than that, you can check out my Throne page up here, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and liking this video. Leave a comment on what you think about what I said, and also if you think that your friends or people you know will enjoy this content as well, please share my content with them. I also have a gaming channel and I also have a website, both linked in my bio, so please go and check those out as well. And other than that, I will see you next time. Bye everyone.